Thank you everyone for joining us. Appreciate you taking time out of your day. My name is Angela Andrieux. I'm a product evangelist for Mylio Photos. And what that means is I help you be successful with our software. Today, I'm joined by my friend and colleague, Michael Dearworth. He is one of our customer success representatives, and he is going to share with us all of the things you can do to manage your Mylio account. So welcome, Michael. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm super excited to take you guys through the account process today. If any of you have ever attended a coffee break before, you know that we love questions. So please feel free to use the chat feature or just unmute yourself and ask a question throughout. I have a few things that I want to sort of just demo and explain and show you how to do. But like I said, please feel free to jump in anytime, ask a question if you are not sure about something that I'm explaining, and then we'll have some dedicated time at the end as well for some questions. So if you want to hold it till then, that's perfectly fine as well. But that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen and we can go through it. Excellent. So this is just the main Mylio website. Mylio.com. I wanted to show you a few different ways you can get to the account page. You'll see right at the top, it says account. So I can just click on that. It'll bring me right here. Alternatively, you can see the URL. You can just go straight to account.mylio.com. So many of you have probably already done this step. Also, depending on if you have already created your account, you might notice that the process is a little bit different now, which I will certainly get into. But just assuming that you're a brand new user, you don't have an account yet, this is where you would go, account.mylio.com, or click on that account link from the main page. It'll ask you for your email address, so I'll go ahead and type one in. And then click next, and it'll say first time here. It knows that there's no account under that email address yet. So I say, yep, I'm creating an account. And so great, I've just created a Mylio account with that email address. Now it's going to show me a promotion that we currently have going on, which is a free photo book if you subscribe. It'll also have the download link right here. So I can go ahead and download Mylio Photos for, in this case, my Mac, because I'm on a Macintosh computer. Now this is maybe a good time to understand the distinction between your account and the actual Mylio application. Mylio is not a cloud service, and Mylio is not a web service. It's not like, some other services like, maybe iCloud or what was Amazon Drive now is going away, Google Photos, etc. You're not going to log into this account page to view your photos, to upload photos, anything like that. The account is purely for managing your subscription and as a way for Mylio to help sync your devices. But the actual Mylio application that you will download and install on your computer, it's available for Mac, Windows, or mobile device, so Android and iOS and iPhone and iPad. The actual app that you download on your device is where you're going to be viewing your photos, organizing them into folders, etc. So that's why immediately after you created your account, you're prompted to download the actual application. So that being said, I can now have these options you see at the top. I can go over to my account, and it gives me some basic details about my account. There's the email address it's associated with, the plan, it's currently on a trial. I can subscribe, or I can, again, download that Mylio Photos app. Now, if I have devices, you'll also see over here on the left, it says manage devices. This is obviously a brand new account. I haven't installed Mylio on anything yet, so there's nothing listed here. If it was, you would see the device type. So, maybe iPhone and then the name. So to expand a little bit on the difference between an account and the app, or maybe why you need an account in the first place, is because Mylio is a syncing service. So if I download Mylio on my computer, and then I also download it on my phone or a second computer, a tablet, etc., those devices need a way to communicate with each other. So if I import a photo on my computer, it needs to know that it needs to sync that photo to my iPhone, and vice versa. And so in order to do that, Mylio needs to meet 3 requirements in order to sync your devices. The first of which is that it's running Mylio. The second of which is that it's signed in to your Mylio account, that all of the devices are signed into the same Mylio account. And then the third, that they're connected to the same network, because again, Mylio doesn't sync via the cloud or anything. The devices sync directly. So that's what the account can facilitate, is those devices verifying securely that they're both part of the same Mylio account. They need to sync photos with each other. Let's see what else I have on here. So I also mentioned that this page might look a little bit different depending on when you created your account. So I'm going to go ahead and log out. Now, it was relatively recently, don't know the exact date, maybe a month ago or so, we switched our login. I'm sorry, say again.
March 16.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, not even quite a month. So on March 16th, we switched the way that we create new accounts. So it used to be a pretty standard process of, was a standard process, many people still use, is you enter email address, you create a password. That's how you log in. Whenever you log in the future, you enter your email and password. Now we are using something that is becoming increasingly more popular. You might have seen it before. You might use other services that use it. And that is what's called a login link. So instead of entering my email and password, I will be sent a link to my email, and that's what I use to authenticate my account and log in. So now that I've already created it, I will go ahead and type in my email again. It's hard to type and talk at the same time. So this is an account that already exists. I already created this. Now I'm just trying to log in again. So I'll enter that, hit next, and it's going to say, great, we sent you a login link. Check your email. So I'll go over here. See, I just got a new email. It's the same as that one that I had before, but this is the one I just got. It says, great, please log in, or please continue to log into Mylio Photos. Click here to log in. So again, you'll notice if I go back to that account page, I'm not logged in. If I click on this link, now I am. So that's the way that your account is authenticated. You don't have a password. It's purely authenticated based on your access to your email. And this is for a few different reasons. Primarily, it's just a more secure way to access your account. There's no password, so that means that no one can steal your password. Or if you use the same password for every service, they can't just assume, oh yeah, this is probably what they used, and then log into your Mylio account. They need access to your actual email address, which any of the major email services will have the most secure technology available. So that includes two-factor authentication, or multi-factor, so some people refer to it as. And again, you may have seen this in other services, but if you use Gmail or Outlook or anything, those will all provide the ability to add two-factor authentication to your account. So when you enter your email address and password to try to log into Gmail, then you can set it up. So in order to log in, it also has to send you a text message, and then you enter that code. Or there are various apps or even physical like keys that you can use as an additional authentication method. But because Mylio relies on your email address in order to log in, then you have the same high security for your Mylio account that you do for your email address. So that's the primary. Sorry, go ahead.
Lou has a question.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, if I'm currently logging in with my email and password, how do I change to this method?
Good question. So we don't have the ability right now to switch over accounts. That's something that we're working on. Goodness, now it's been more than a year. We used to have the ability to sign in using like third-party accounts. So like you would sign in with Apple or sign in with Facebook, which led to more confusion and difficulty than it was worth. So we got rid of that. And now we're getting rid of the email and password option as well. So that's on the long-term horizon, is create an easy way to sort of migrate over the login method As of right now, there is not a way to change that. Like I said, it's only been apparently not even quite a month. So yeah, you won't see that option right now. But eventually, if and when that exists, then you'll certainly be notified and be able to update that.
Yeah, for any
Otherwise,
accounts created prior to March 16, you're still going to use the email and password. And at some point you'll migrate. But if you're a very new user and you've created your account since March 16th and forward, then you're going to have this new login link method.
thank you for saying that more clearly than I could. So I appreciate it.
I've written in the manual, about a dozen times. So
perfect. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, your email and password are still going to be a secure method. I mean, it's still a good way to secure your account. I would say, the sort of password principles that everyone are directed to use, it's very easy to not for the sake of convenience. So if you are worried about security, I would say change your password, make sure it's, a longer one, make sure it's not duplicated with any other services that you use, et cetera. And your account's still going to be incredibly secure with that email address and password. Great, let's see. So, and then on the subject of login links, say that I want to log into the actual Mylio client. I'm not going to have, I realize, a great demo for this since I'm logged into a separate account on my computer. However, I think that we have maybe a screenshot in the manual. Is that correct, Angela?
yeah, so if you go down to, let's see here, installing on a computer, this should walk you through it.
Perfect. So you will install Mylio. When you launch the application, this is the screen that you will see. And it'll be very similar to the website where there will be a field to enter your email address, click continue, and then it will say, great, we just sent an email to, this address, click the button to log in. And then the email that you receive will look very similar to this, except when you click this button, instead of taking you directly to the account page to sign in, it will sign you into the Mylio app that you downloaded. So that's something to know. There are two separate emails. So if you're trying to log into the app, don't just return to this email that was already sent. Make sure that you are, opening the app, you enter your email address in the app, click continue. It'll send you a new email. Click that link, you're signed into the app. The app is designed for you to only sign into once. So this is just a one-time process. After you sign in for the first time, you're always signed into Mylio on your computer, in the app or your phone, tablet, et cetera, whatever it may be. Of course, if you ever reset Mylio on that device, or if you're installing Mylio on a new device, then you'll go through this process again, where you just enter your email address, click the link, and then you're signed in.
We also have a little video if you do want to walk through it there at the bottom of this section of the manual. Lori Rubin, our other product evangelist, created a quick little video to show you that process as well. So.
Okay. And then I guess, yeah, to highlight where I am, this is the Mylio manual, which Angela does a terrific job of keeping up to date. As you can see, it is incredibly thorough over here with all of these different sections. But just manual.mylio.com will take you right to it. And then, of course, just in this first section on installing Mylio, you can see screenshots and steps that walk you through the whole process. Great. So I guess kind of returning to security and your email, if in the unfortunate event that you did have a issue with your email address, maybe someone else gained access to it, et cetera. The important thing to remember again is that Mylio is not a cloud service. So just because they have access to your email address doesn't mean they have access to your photos. Your photos remain stored on your own devices. If I install Mylio on my computer and add an external hard drive and add my phone, my photos are going to be stored on my computer, on my external hard drive, and on my phone, nowhere else. They can't log into the Mylio website even, and view them, because they're not stored on the Mylio website. They're not stored in the Mylio servers. We don't have servers that store your photos. So they're only ever on your own devices. If there was that event where, you were concerned about the security of your email address and wanted to know how to manage that with your Mylio account, feel free to reach out to support@mylio.com, and we can guide you through the process of, if you needed to change your email or create a new account or anything, you could easily do that, because again, all of your data is on your own devices. That's not going to go away, even in the event that, your email was not secured. And then I think that we covered just about everything that we can do on this page, if I'm looking correctly. Kind of covers the basics of managing your devices, email address, shows your plan level. Of course, if you do want to upgrade, here's the option to do that. Choose monthly or yearly, enter your billing info. I think I also briefly mentioned we are running a promotion currently, so you get a free photo book and also a very extensive video course about scanning your photos as well, included in your subscription.
Michael, quick question. So for people who have the legacy login process of using a username and password, they can go into the account page, and they also have the option there to change their password in the account page if they created their account prior to March 16th, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, great point. If you use an email address and password, you'll see an extra field here underneath email that says password, and then the same thing, change password. So you can either log in and change it that way, or if you can't remember, then under other login options, you can enter your email here, and then if it was created with the password, it'll ask you for it. If you don't remember it, then there'll be a link right there that says, I can't remember my password. So that'll send you kind of the standard process of an email that allows you to reset it. But everyone starts with the same thing on the account page. You start with entering your email address, and then it takes you from there based on if your account exists already. And then 2, if your account uses the login link or if it uses an email and password.
Perfect. Are there any
quick
questions?
question? Yeah.
Go for it.
You showed the list of the special offers. When I signed up, I was supposed to get those, but I don't know how to find them.
I think you said that you're still in the trial, aren't you?
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's
Okay,
going
so
to
those
show
wouldn't
up
become
on that
available to you
page.
until you actually purchased.
Okay, so that will show up on that page once it's made the purchase.
Yeah, when you go
Okay.
into, complete your subscription, click that button, you'll have the place where you can enter your credit card information. It'll say what you're getting, and then you'll get an email with how to redeem all of those items.
Okay. Okay, really good. Yeah.
All right. Any
'Cause
other
I have to have
questions?
some
That's a great
pictures.
question.
I have a quick question on, I know you guys that it is not a cloud service. What I like about this is that I can have lots of photos from different sources all in one place, or access to them. What I'm wondering is, I guess, if you will ever have a cloud access, and or is there a service that you would recommend? Because what I'm also looking for is something where once I've worked with the photos, or sorted out that I have duplicates, I want a backup basically for emergency scenarios. I'm in California, we have fires and floods and earthquakes and everything these days. So I'm looking for something that would maybe integrate to make life easy.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we
terrific
already,
question.
go ahead, Michael.
Oh, sorry. I was going to mention, then Angela, please feel free to chime in or add. We do support adding external drives as a extra protection mechanism. Really, you can use any device. You can designate any device to be what we call a vault, and that means it's going to store a full copy of everything in your library. Otherwise, for devices that don't have as much space, like phones or tablets, you can set it up so only a smaller version of the photo is saved. But any vault on your account, which we encourage you to have at least 2 of, for the exact reason that you mentioned of, you never know what's going to happen to a device. Any device that is a vault is going to protect your library. If another one is lost, stolen, or broken, everything's still available on your remaining vault. And that could be a computer, it could be an external hard drive. And then we do support cloud services right now that you can add. So while Mylio itself isn't a cloud service, we support, here it is, we support OneDrive and Google Drive as cloud-based Mylio vaults. And then we also added an advanced option for adding an S3 compatible cloud service. So services like Backblaze or Wasabi that support that type of protocol can be added. But more commonly, OneDrive and Google Drive, if you have an account and you have enough storage, you can add that to Mylio and your photos will be automatically protected in those services.
Great.
Another
Thank
cool
you.
thing to add to that is with our cloud services, you also have the opportunity to encrypt those uploads to where only you with Mylio Photos with our application can read those files. Sometimes services like Google Drive, especially if you have free storage, they can see the pictures and files that you put up there and they can data mine, which is, sometimes they use that for good. Sometimes we don't know. And if you want to keep that stuff absolutely private, Mylio lets you encrypt it. So the only thing that can read it is your Mylio account as it syncs back to your device, and that unencrypts it so you can see it on your computer. But anybody just digging through the files on your cloud service, they're going to just see, nondescript files that they don't know what they are.
Fantastic. And I assume that there are instructions in the manual for that then.
Absolutely. So actually, Michael's pointing to it right now, but I can go ahead and grab that link as well and pop that into the
Great.
chat for you.
Thank
yeah,
you so
that's
much.
You're very welcome. Lou, it looks like you've got your hand up again.
Yeah, so I'm on the account page where my email and password are. How did you get to that page that showed like the photo book and the other things that are available? I don't see any way to go anywhere from here.
So if you are logged into your account,
Yeah,
and then you click subscribe or upgrade.
there's no subscribe or upgrade button. It just
Are you
says
already
download.
subscribed?
Yeah,
Under plan level, does it say that you're already subscribed or what does it have listed there?
it says cancel subscription.
Okay, so yeah, you are already subscribed.
So
or
where do I see what that entitles me to?
So if you subscribed during the offer period of the free photo book and free scanning course, then you should have received a separate email detailing how to redeem those offers. I'm not sure when you subscribed.
January.
Okay, I know that predates the scanning course. I believe that might predate the photo book as well. We run various promotions throughout the year.
It was the photo book, and then at one of the other sessions, it said that the scanning course was going to be made available to other subscribers. And at that point, and they said, just let us know. And I did, but I haven't received anything back.
Got it. Angela, I'm not sure if you have any more specific details or dates, particularly on how to redeem. Otherwise, I would advise you to reach out to support and then we'd be able to get a better answer for you.
Yeah, that's probably what we're going to end up having to do, because what's going to happen is your account will need to be validated and the timelines and things like that. If you were entitled to a photo book, then we can go ahead and get that initiated for you, resend whatever confirmation emails were associated with that. And as for the scanning course, that's going to be available in our community. If you log into community.mylio.com, you should have gotten a message probably back in February, March, whenever we launched the scanning course. I think it was early March, that everybody who was already a member was going to have access to that. So you would have gotten an email from the community about that, and it would have been up in your direct messages.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Okay. Go ahead and email, reach out to support. So you can do that through the help menu in the Mylio app, and just contact support and just let us know that you're trying to get into that, and we'll get you taken care of.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then just
Any
to
other
demonstrate.
questions? Yep, go for it.
Sorry, I was just to demonstrate where the help menu is, it is just this question mark in the top right, and then there's an option to contact Mylio support. So that'll send us an email directly.
Perfect. All right. Any other questions? Alrighty then. Well, thank you so much, Michael, for joining us today and walking us through using the Mylio account. I hope that was helpful for everybody. It seems like a very simple topic, but we get a lot of questions on it. We wanted to make sure everybody knew what you can find there. And especially since we changed how people are logging in these days, we wanted to make sure you guys were informed. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me on the community, or you can always get in touch with Michael at support. With that, I want to wish you guys a wonderful day. Thank you again, Michael, and we'll see you next week.